Hello, my little artists. Welcome back and happy Monday. I'm so happy because this week we're going to get to create a new art project. As we know, after every lesson, we get to create and apply what we learned on our previous lesson. Last week, we learned everything about the element of art, line. We also learned about patterns and how to create different patterns, as well as a technique called resist. This week, we're going to get to apply our knowledge over everything that we learned last week to create an amazing work of art. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we will create a pattern pumpkin. For this art project, you will need a white sheet of paper, a black marker. To trace your pumpkin, you can choose to use either crayons or oil pastels, watercolors. You will also need paintbrushes, a cup with water, and a paper towel. Okay, so let's first begin by drawing our pumpkin. And we are going to first create 2 dots right in the middle of our paper. And these dots are going to be about 4 inches apart so that our pumpkin is nice and big. Now these 2 dots, we're going to join them together by creating 2 curved lines. And we are going to continue these curved lines, creating a medium and also a large curved line right on the sides to create our pumpkin. Notice how each time I am using the dot that I created right in the middle to begin my curved line. Once we're finished, we should end up with 3 curved lines. And as you know, pumpkins are not perfect. They are bumpy and lumpy. So it's okay if your pumpkin is not perfect. Now we are going to create our stems. We are going to bring up a curved line and we are going to join these lines together by creating a horizontal line. And now we are going to add a horizontal line, also known as a line of horizon. Now this line is going to serve as a separation between our ground and our sky. And now we are going to add the vines that our pumpkin grows on. We are going to create our vines by drawing swirly lines. And now we are going to add some grass to our picture. We are going to fill all of our bottom part of our picture using zigzag lines. Next, I am going to fill my sky using swirly lines. And as you know, you can use patterns and certain lines to create movement in your artwork. Now it's time to trace your drawing using either crayons or oil pastels. Let's first start off by grabbing our green color to trace our grass. Oh, before we forget, we also need to decorate our pumpkins using patterns. I'm going to fill my pumpkin using shapes and different lines. Now that we're finished decorating our pumpkin, let's continue on tracing the rest of our drawing. Remember that in order to create a resist, an artist must use at least 2 layers of media. The 2 layers of media that we will be using for today are our crayons as well as our watercolors. Now that we are done tracing our drawing, it is time to apply the technique called resist. We are going to first take out our watercolors, and remember, in order to wake up our watercolors, we must first make a puddle on the color that we chose to use. Let's begin by first painting our grass. Lightly tap on your green color and with a very light hand, paint all your grass. Make sure that you do not over wet your paper because this can cause your paper to tear. It is also very important to use the tip of your brush. Remember, ballerinas love to dance on their tippy toes. It is very important to always make sure that you have a puddle of water on the color that you are using. As you can see, the crayon is repelling the watercolor away. This is what a resist technique is all about. We are now finished painting our grass. It is very important that when you transition from one color to another, you make sure that you properly clean your brush. And as you know, we have to create a new puddle of water with the new color that we will be using. It is very important that when using watercolors, you do not wet your paper too much because this can cause your paper to tear. Next is time to paint our sky. And when transitioning once more, remember to clean your brush properly and make a puddle of water on your blue color. And there you have it. We just learned how to create an awesome painting applying the technique called resist. Great job, artist!